Hi there, today I wanted to show you another use for Shalex Stick-It Pro. This is our epoxy injection repair kit. It's typically used for tiles and render, but it can be used for a range of other projects. And this particular project, a builder's called us in. They've fitted this engineered floor over the top of some ply sheeting. There's a concrete slab underneath and there's a section where the flooring isn't totally flat. So as a result, we've actually got the flooring boards that are moving slightly. There's just a small void underneath these sheets, underneath these planks, and as weight goes onto them, they're actually moving and it's creating a squeaking, an annoying squeaking sound. This is right in the entryway. It's near a breakfast bar where people are going to be sitting, and the builder has said, I don't want to pull up all of this flooring to be able to fix this. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you today how to use our Stick-It injection repair kit. It can be used to repair loose surfaces, but it can also be used to fill voids. And even though it's an epoxy adhesive, it's a very flexible epoxy. There's no way that you would use a conventional epoxy in this situation. It's going to be very brittle and very hard. And obviously this type of flooring, there's a degree of flex in it. So you need something that's flexible but strong and able to fill a gap. And that's where Shalex Stick-It Pro is able to do the job. Okay, so we're ready to mix the Stick-It for injection. So I've still got a little bit of water in the line there from the last time I did an injection job. It's a good idea to put a bit of water through there, just give it a bit of a pump and flush it out. What that does is it just lubricates everything, makes it much easier to clean. So I'll just unscrew that bottle, just tip out any remaining dribbles of water. We're basically good to go. So it's a good idea just to give the epoxy a bit of a mix backwards and forwards before you use it. Fold it back on itself. You've now got the two pouches and the tab that you can cut off. So we cut that off at the top, that goes in the bin. And what we'll do is we'll place this in the neck of the bottle and just squeeze it through to put all of our epoxy in. Okay, so we've got all of our epoxy out. That's waste, we can throw that away. We'll put the pump handle back on the bottle, and what we're going to do is we're just going to shake that. Okay, so I've given that a good shake. You want to shake it for a good 30 seconds as vigorously as you can to make sure it's mixed. And you definitely don't want to add both pouches. So the 1 kilo kit comes with 2 pouches. You only need to add one at a time. If you add both, you won't be able to mix it properly. You mix 1 pouch at a time, shake vigorously so that the liquid is less than half full, and shake it vigorously to mix it properly. Do not try and mix multiple pouches at the same time. If you've got a large injection to do, mix your first pouch, use the majority, throw the second pouch in, shake it to mix it, and away you go. So you just keep refilling. Don't try and use both pouches at once. So as I said to you before, I've got a little bit of water in the line, which helps us wet that out. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to pump this to build up some pressure, and I'll just dispose of this somewhere, and what better place than an old beer bottle. The good thing about that is you've actually got to drink the beer to empty the bottle in the first place. But you can see now I've got white liquid coming through there, which means that all the water's cleared from the line, and I'm basically right to inject. So I can hold that, put that in the bin, and we're basically ready to do our injection. So the other thing I'm going to try and do is seal the injection point. So in the kit it comes with a couple of needles, a couple of drills, as well as these little rubber plugs. So the good thing about the rubber plug is it allows you to seal the injection point. It's got a hole in the back of it. I'm just going to push that needle through gently, and what that does is allows me to push down hard and seal the injection point. Just be careful you don't push this through your finger as you try and push it through. It's not that straightforward. But there you go, the needle's through. So I've pumped it a few times just until we've got a resistance that's roughly enough. Then what we're going to do is put that into the hole, push down on the rubber plug, and then we're going to hold that down to inject. So I know that's actually injecting. It's probably difficult to see on the camera there, but I can actually see the liquid coming through the front here as I'm injecting. And what I want to do is I want to take a number of injection points as I've got marked out, and I'll just transfer the needle. I release the pressure, bring that back, and I'll come to this next injection point, do the same thing. So I'm now injecting. You can see that first hole that I've got there, the adhesive has actually disappeared down underneath. So it looks like it's finding its way and travelling through into the void. I'm just going to pump up to create a bit more pressure and just keep that pressure there. So we're just going to top up these holes. You can see the other holes aren't too bad. They've actually taken a lot of adhesive, but it's not really pushing down anymore. So we're just topping those holes up, and then we're just about out of adhesive, so that's pretty much exactly the right amount, which is fantastic. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'll actually just place that there out of the way. I'm going to wipe up the excess adhesive. And just to be sure, I'm going to go over the area with a water-soaked rag, just to make sure we haven't got any over the surface. And then of course what we can do is we can pull our tape back to uncover the injection points, but those injection points will now cure over the next 2 to 3 days. It does actually gel up in 2 hours, but it actually does take about 3 days to fully harden. So the idea is to try and stay off it during that period if you can. But these injection points, once we've disguised those with a little bit of wax or even a little bit of wood dust, you'll find that this floor will basically be full. It will be bonded. There'll be no squeaking after the injection, and you can see that we've got 4 very small holes left to disguise. And compared to the prospect of this builder ripping up the entire floor to relay this floor, so his client was satisfied, we've got a quick and easy solution using Shalex Stick It Pro Injection Repair Kit.